Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are talking about a story that has been trending across Nigeria and capturing attention all over Africa. You have seen the headlines: breaking news, Kanu victory, Supreme Court destroys government's case. Whether this is true or just a rumor, one thing is certain. Whenever the name Nnamdi Kanu comes up, people listen, debates ignite, and everyone wants to know what will happen next. Now, before we go further, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. This helps us keep bringing you stories like this and also allows you to stay updated with real-time developments. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. He has been a figure in Nigerian politics for many years, mostly because he represents the voices of the southeastern region of Nigeria.
Especially those who feel their voices are often ignored by the central government. The movement he leads has been controversial, and his case has always been high profile, capturing attention not only in Nigeria but across Africa and even internationally. Over the years, Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested, detained, and tried multiple times. In 2015, he faced charges related to national security, and after a period of bail and disappearance, he was eventually rearrested outside Nigeria in 2021 and brought back to face trial. After long court battles, he was sentenced to life imprisonment. This created huge waves of reactions. Supporters saw him as a freedom fighter, while critics saw him as someone whose actions could destabilize parts of Nigeria. But now, the talk is about a Supreme Court case. According to what is circulating online, people are saying that the court has destroyed the government's case. Whether that is fully accurate or not, this gives us an opportunity to talk about what such a decision would mean for Nigeria politically, socially, and even economically. Imagine waking up tomorrow and hearing that the Supreme Court had ruled in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. What would happen? First, there would be massive reactions from his supporters. Across the southeast, people would celebrate. Streets would fill with cheering and dancing. You would see people feel vindicated, as if the voice of their region had been recognized officially by the highest court in the country. At the same time, political leaders in Abuja and across Nigeria would be shocked and reacting immediately. Many would scramble to assess what this decision means for their power, their influence, and the stability of the country. Some would argue it is a win for justice, while others would say it threatens national unity. And if you are watching, take a moment to like this video and subscribe, because these are the conversations people are having right now, and we want you to be part of it. Now, let's think about why this is more than just one man's legal case. It is about identity, history, and political fairness. The southeastern region of Nigeria has a history that cannot be ignored. Many families and communities remember the civil war of 1967 to 1970, the suffering and the struggle of the Biafran people. Any discussion about Biafra or about movements like IPOB instantly connects with history, culture, and emotions that run very deep. So when people hear that the Supreme Court could rule in Kanu's favor, emotions flare. It's not just political, it is emotional, and that is why debates online, on social media, and even in newspapers are so intense. Some say a ruling like this could finally open the door to dialogue about regional concerns and equity. Others worry it could ignite unrest if not managed carefully by the government. And speaking of the government, imagine being a political leader right now. One moment you feel in control, the next, headlines are spreading faster than news can travel. The power structure everyone assumed was stable suddenly feels fragile. Every decision, every speech, every action becomes crucial because the entire country is watching. And viewers, if you are following this, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated, because developments like this can happen anytime. Now let's talk about the legal angle. The Supreme Court is the highest court in Nigeria, and its decisions carry weight that cannot be easily challenged. A ruling in favor of Kanu would mean that the government's prior actions are being questioned at the top level. Lawyers and legal experts would analyze every sentence, every procedure, every document filed over years to understand how the government's case could be overturned. And that, my friends, is why people are calling it a potential victory for Kanu. But beyond the legal story, there is a human story. Imagine the supporters of Kanu. Many are young people full of energy, looking for recognition and change. A court victory would feel like validation. They might organize gatherings, marches, and celebrations. This is where the government would need to respond carefully, because public order and safety are critical. And you watching this right now should like this video and subscribe, because we are explaining exactly what is happening and why it matters for millions of people. Now, another important aspect is the national reaction. Leaders across Nigeria's regions would start weighing in. Some would call for dialogue, some would express concern, some would demand careful monitoring, and all of this would dominate news channels, radio, social media, and street conversations. This is why every step of this story matters, because it is not just legal, it is social, political, and emotional. And viewers, this is where we see a very important lesson. In a country as diverse as Nigeria, every court case, every political decision, every public announcement can ripple across communities in ways that are massive and unpredictable. That is why discussions around Nnamdi Kanu always dominate headlines. And if you are watching, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It keeps you informed and connected with stories that shape Africa. We also need to talk about possible scenarios if such a Supreme Court ruling really happened. First, there would likely be calls for political reform. Some politicians and analysts would argue it is time to consider more regional autonomy. Second, there could be pressure for dialogue between the federal government and southeastern leaders. Third, there is the emotional aspect, hope and tension, as communities reconcile history with present reality. And viewers, again, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It helps you stay ahead of the news. Now, this story is huge and it is far from over. People across Nigeria are watching every movement of the legal system, every statement from political leaders, and every public reaction. And the interesting thing is, this story is not just about Kanu. It is about justice, equality, and the future of political conversation in Nigeria.